Let's talk about the New England Patriots here for a little bit. As we're working our way through OTAs, we're trying to get an eye on what Patriots are setting the right foundation in terms of new Patriots, specifically rookies, guys who are going to potentially be big time contributors for the Patriots going forward. And I know all eyes are on Drake May, but there's one rookie in particular that's off to a really impressive start. Let's get into this report and then we'll talk about it in detail on the other side. This is courtesy of The Athletic. Javon Baker, a 2024 fourth-round pick, had a standout day with two deep completions during team drills, including one snag near the sideline over cornerback Marco Wilson. Here's the important part right here. I think that's how you build trust, Jacoby Brissett said of Baker. He is a good route runner. Good hands, can go up and make plays like he did today. We're looking forward to seeing more of what he can do. All right, for people that aren't familiar with Baker, he was a very brash guy after he got drafted. He was a guy saying, I'm going to make everyone pay for passing on me. Coach Gerard Mayo then came and said, hey, listen, we want to see what he does when we actually start practicing. Javon Baker, he's talking the talk, but he's walking the walk. And like Jacoby Brissett said, hey, listen, that's how you build the trust. And it looks like the Patriots got themselves a special playmaker here in Baker. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. But first, Patriots fans in the comment section below, outside of Javon Baker and, of course, outside of Drake May, because he's the big guy, big name, what other Patriots rookie are you really excited about? There's a couple really interesting ones. I think Polk's an interesting guy as well, but maybe you've got a different insight. Give us what other non-Baker and non-Drake May rookie for the Patriots that you're really excited about. Make sure you put that in the comment section below. But Miles, what are your thoughts on Baker and just his improvement and just what he's shown so far for the Patriots?
Yeah, I like what's going on here, Nick, because we already know, as of right now, we all know Drake May is going to be a great prospect soon. But day one, they've come out and said Jacoby Brissett is going to be the starter as of this point, day one. So he's the leader of this team de facto. I think coming out, we hear some nice words from Brissett, just talking about building trust, building confidence, talking about his route running abilities, his hands. It's seeming like Jacoby Brissett is saying of Baker, that he's a guy that he can trust and he's a guy that he wants to get reps with him on first team, get him up, potentially have this guy come in and make an impact with the team. Because let's be honest, last season with this wide receiver core that the Patriots previously had wasn't really too dynamic. There wasn't a lot of spice in there. I'm saying it pretty nicely, but for the Patriots fans, I want you to be excited because it sounds like Baker is the guy to come in here and shake things up. We know he has the attitude. We all love our wide receivers to have a little diva in them. That makes the best wide receivers. We look at, all of the Steelers' great wide receivers, even George Pickens now, Antonio Brown's, Plexico Burst, all these guys got a little bit of diva in them, and I think that's a recipe to make a great wide receiver. So Baker, we saw that at first, and that makes you think, well, he's kind of, out there. He's talking the talk. And it's like you said, can he walk the walk? And the fact that Jacoby Brissett has come in here already and said, I like this guy. I like what he brings to the table. And I think he can be a playmaker. I'm excited about what he adds to this wide receiver core. Juju Smith-Schuster, sure. I think he's good, but I think he's best when he's not the star. Kendrick Bourne, I think he's an okay wide receiver as well. Nothing too crazy. Then you got Demario Douglas, who's penciled in at the slot. I think a guy like Baker can work himself in here and really bring something special to this Patriots receiving core that they've been sorely missing after last season. So I love what I'm hearing about this guy thus far.
There's a couple elements about it. I'm going to kind of go back to what I said to in the opening that Gerard Mayo, prior to rookie minicamp, not OTAs, rookie minicamps, was saying, listen, Baker's going to go out and he's talking the talk, but he's got to go out and start practicing and doing a lot of really good things. Otherwise, he's going to lose the respect of the locker room. That's what Mayo said. The fact that weeks later, Brissett's like, hey, man, this guy's a baller. He's gaining a lot of respect here, gaining a lot of trust. To me, that tells you that this is a guy here in Baker who not only has the attitude, the energy, he's a really good football player and he knows it. And I think that gives the Patriots just that extra attitude boost that they need at the offense, right? Especially at wide receiver. Like you alluded to last year, there wasn't a lot of spice. That's probably the nicest way you could possibly ever put it. So we'll just leave it at that. And Baker's the guy that just kind of amps it up, gives him that edge. And I think that's really important because this is obviously a major shift of a year for the Patriots. No more Bill Belichick. New rookie quarterback Drake May will eventually be the starter. Offense was absolutely atrocious last year. I mean, it was just a debacle 9 times out of 10. So the fact here, you want guys to have a little bit of an edge. You want someone to come in and give some spark back to this Patriots offense that really needs something positive, something to just give them a little bit more fight, a little bit more energy, a little bit more buzz. And Baker's the guy to do it. Plus, he's a great vertical threat. Polk is as well. We're talking about an offense that just with Polk and Baker got so much more explosive through the draft. And look, Polk, I think he's got to work through some issues as well as he goes through the OTAs, training camp, gets ready to be a contributor. But I tell you what, I think the Patriots got themselves a steal here in Baker. We talked about it originally a few weeks ago that we really liked this guy as a prospect. We thought he was criminally underrated coming into the draft. We thought he had all the physical tools, incredibly productive, did a really good job at Alabama, transferred out of Alabama. First team All Big 12 to finish up his career, 1,139 receiving yards in 2023. I mean, this guy was just an incredible player at the college ranks, just fell through the draft farther than he should have. And then the Patriots got him, and then he's talking the talk. He's being productive on the field. The veterans love him. Brissett loves him. I tell you what, it sounds weird. I'm going to give a little historical analogy here. This reminds me a lot of Anquan Boldin, the former Ravens, 49ers, and Cardinals receiver in 2003. Anquan Boldin fell in the draft. He went on to have an incredible career, did a great job for the Cardinals in 2003. I remember back then he was doing a lot of things in OTAs, mini camps, preseason, training camp. People were like, hey, we got something here. We got a dude here. I think we're seeing a very similar dynamic here play off with Baker. And I think Patriots fans, you should be really excited by this young player.